Welcome back to my kitchen. On today's menu, we're making steak quesadillas, not just the typical steak, cheese, and tortillas, but instead we're gonna make a few upgrades that's gonna take this up a notch. Now that you know what's on the menu, sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and let's get to work. We begin by making a marinade for our steak today, going in there with soy sauce, of course. I got this from Sam, the cooking guy. He used to do this all the time, and it is goated, so do this, trust me on it. And we're using skirt steak today, a little bit of olive oil, and of course, guys, recipe will always be down in the caption below. Worcestershire sauce, a couple of lugs of that. I love skirt steak. I haven't had it in a long time, and now that it's summertime, it's just gonna be all that much better. You can grill this up, you can do this inside like we're gonna be doing today. The choice is definitely up to you. And with this marinade, it is super customizable. Some people put oranges, cilantro, lemon, beer, whatever you want or whatever you like, do that. You're the chef, so you have complete control. For a little bit of heat, we'll add some chipotles and adobo, and of course a little bit of that sauce to go with it. And then we'll go in there with garlic. The next thing we'll add is some lime juice. And when it comes to picking out limes, you want to go for the shiny and smooth ones. Those usually have the most juice. We'll squeeze both of these in there. Oh yeah, see? Good and juicy. And then we'll go in there with some seasonings. We'll add some cumin to it. And then of course some smoked paprika. If you don't have smoked paprika, you're missing out. You got to get some of it. And then we'll finish it off with a little bit of cracked black pepper. No salt because soy sauce is salty, so we don't need to add that here. And then we'll give this a quick mix to combine. You may be asking yourself, Dre, why are you doing it in a measuring cup? One, because we are vacuum sealing it. You can do this in a bowl, a plastic bag, wherever you want, but when you vacuum seal it, if you have a vacuum sealer, that's just gonna infuse all the flavor that much more. Preferably, it's best to let this sit overnight, a couple hours at the bare minimum, but when you vacuum seal it, that kind of speeds up the process. And luckily, I made a batch of this last night, so I have one that's been sitting in there marinating because, guys, like I tell y'all this every week, these are my cheat meals. I eat healthy during the week, so I want my food to be as good as possible on Saturdays. Bring in some skirt steak and then just toss everything in that bag. Once it's in the bag, just shake it all up. Make sure everything is coated nice and very well. This smells amazing, I'm telling y'all. By doing this, you're already starting off ahead. So if you have the time, please, please, please marinate this for as long as possible, overnight at the most. I'm gonna vacuum seal this up and then we'll get started on the next part of this recipe. Next step, we're just gonna saute some peppers and onions. If my quesadilla doesn't have peppers and onions in it, I don't want it. And in here we have red bell peppers, onions, and poblano peppers. I just diced up. If you want strips, be my guest, go ahead, but I hate biting into a quesadilla and like you pull a onion and pepper out. They're just not a fun thing to do. I'm gonna cook this off camera over medium-high heat till they get some color on it. I'm gonna season it up with salt, pepper, and a little bit of oregano, but these are just gonna sit off to the side and do this thing. Now let's get started on our sauces. Chimichurri is something you can add to anything, and it's always going to be amazing, and it's super simple to make. Into a cup, bowl, however you get down, we'll go in there with parsley, and this is kind of like a steakhouse chimichurri, and then we'll go half of that with cilantro. I love cilantro. If cilantro tastes like soap to you, I'm sorry, you're missing out. Going in there with avocado oil. This could easily be oil or olive oil. Then garlic, because that's a necessity in everything. And then for a little heat, we'll go in there with some red pepper flakes. You can always eyeball this, adjust it to however you like it. A little bit of oregano. I really do love oregano so much. Then we need some acidity, so we'll go in there with some lemons, quite a bit. I have 4 lemons right here. Next, we'll go in there with the pinch of salt. Start off light, and then if you need to add more, always add more. We'll taste and adjust and see how this came out. I like my chimichurri just like this. Some people like their chimichurri thicker. If you do, obviously use less oil. If you like it runny like I do, this is going to be absolutely perfect. Okay, let's test it and see how we did. Like a small pinch of salt, and we're good to go. Next, we'll get started on a Chipotle aioli. It's gonna be phenomenal. Making this aioli is just as easy as making the chimichurri. So into another container, we're going in there with mayo. I'm using QP mayo, the best mayo, but feel free to use whatever mayo you have available to you. Ran out of that stuff, man. That stuff is liquid gold. We'll go down there with about a cup of it. That looks like a cup. That looks like a cup to y'all. Next up, we'll add some garlic, of course. Very imperative. And then for the chipotle adobo, of course, we'll go with 2 peppers. We want this to be a little bit spicier, and then we'll go in there with a couple tablespoons of that juice. And then we'll go in there with just a touch of honey. And this is the hot honey I made from a few videos ago. I'm telling you, this stuff is crack. And then for a pop of color, of course, we'll go in there with just some lime juice. Squeeze that all out, man. I picked some good limes. I'm shook, because usually my limes is never popping like this. Okay, now we gotta get ready to blend this up. And usually I would just throw this in my Ninja little cup food processor, but it is not working. I don't know what's up with that, but this is going in a squeegee bottle, and you'll see why later. So I need this to be as smooth as possible. Okay, once you have it all mixed up, of course, we can set this to the side. Next up, we'll salt it. Salt your food, guys. I say it every week, but it is so important. I can't tell you how many times I eat other people's food and they just don't salt it enough, and it takes away the whole experience, you know? Oh yeah, this is looking perfect, just how I like it. Now that this is done, our chimichurri is done, our peppers and onions are done, we can go ahead and set this in the fridge and we can get ready to cook our steak. While our pan is heating up, we can go ahead and prepare our steak to be cooked. And the marinade has served its purpose, so we do not want that in the pan. I really want to go for like a hard sear on this just because this is a skirt steak and it is pretty thin. So it's gonna cook fast and quick. And this is looking absolutely good. So marinated, you can tell. It just broke down. So I marinated this last night again, for the ones that don't remember that. Get out the bag and I'm just gonna place a paper towel over it. Just to pat dry, get off any of that excess liquid. Remember, liquid is not your friend when you want a good crust, a good sear. My carbon steel is starting to smoke, so that's how I know it is ready for some oil. We'll go down that, let that heat up for a quick second. I need this pan ripping hot, so as soon as I put it in here, we get that crust forming. Take that dried off skirt steak and just place it in there and let it do its thing. Don't touch it, just let it cook. 2-3 minutes on this side and then we'll flip it over. 2-3 minutes on the other side. That's it. Oh, that smells so good. After a few minutes, we'll take a peek and see if ready to go. And it's looking good to me. I don't know why I'm really tripping about having a crust just because this is going in a quesadilla. So if you don't get a crust, it's not the end of the world. That's just gonna add so much more flavor. And see, I didn't even get that good of a crisp. Turn my heat up just a little bit, but again, I'll be fine. And you'll be fine too. And after a few minutes on that side, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the steak. And now you're just gonna let it rest just like any other steak. It's important to let it rest. We'll go ahead and sear up our other one and then we'll slice into this. Our steak has rested. Let's slice into this bad boy and see how we did. And you know with skirt steak, you always wanna cut across the grain and it's going this way. So I need to cut going that way. And we're gonna cube this up too. So I don't know if it even really matters if you go across the grain or not. Just for the purist out there, we'll do it like this. Oh my goodness. And you can do strips, but like I said earlier, I really hate biting into quesadilla or really anything. You have like a big strip of something come out and just not fun. That is the perfect medium rare. Man, I love steak like this. The best part about being a cook is when chopping up meat, you can always get a little taste test. Let's see how we did. Oh, wow. That's good. That marinade is deep down there. When making the perfect quesadilla, it's a low and slow game, just like when it comes to making grilled cheese. So here in the pan, we're gonna go down with some avocado oil and then we're gonna go in there with some butter. And we're just gonna let this melt down over medium, lowish, highest heat, just so that butter starts to foam up. Now that we see the butter has melted and it's starting to foam up, we're gonna go down there with our tortilla, and this low-key may be just a little too big for the pan, but that's okay. We're gonna fold it in half. And the first thing we're gonna do is add some cheese in here. And this is a 3 cheese blend. Y'all know me, I couldn't be basic and just do 1 cheese. So right here I have Oaxaca, sharp white cheddar, and Monterey Jack. I feel like this blend is really just gonna give you the ultimate cheese pull. A lot of good flavor in here. Spread that out to a nice even layer. Low and slow is the name of the game, guys. Remember that, low and slow. And then y'all remember our Chipotle Aioli from earlier. We'll go down there with a nice drizzle of that. That did not work. Technical difficulties. Now we're going there with a nice Chipotle drizzle of that Chipotle Aioli, as much or as little as you like. Next, our beautiful peppers and onions from earlier. Just look at these. Don't these look absolutely gorgeous and beautiful? Oh, that's gonna add some good color to it. And this is a big boy. We're not making no little quesadilla either. Then we'll come back and we'll add our steak that we just cooked up, looking absolutely beautiful. Again, customizable as much or as little as you like. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Then we'll come back with some more cheese just to top everything off. Oh man, I'm so happy getting ready to eat this, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Once you're happy with how it looks, and don't ever do this at home, guys. Always use a spatula to do this, but the pan is still heating up, so we got some time. I always like to just pull it over, make sure it's all sticking, and then now it's just a waiting game. So now we're just gonna toast this up till it gets nice and golden brown on one side, and then we'll flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. After a few minutes, you can flip it over and see how you're doing on one side, and voila, that looks absolutely beautiful. Let this toast up again. Take your time, don't rush a step, let it do its thing, and then we'll get ready to eat. Ooh, that looks beautiful. Once you're happy with the other side and you know that bottom side is crispy, by the way, shout out my new pan made in 12-inch nonstick. That's all I'll say on it. We'll go ahead and just place it on a wire rack just to cool for just a little bit so the cheese doesn't melt out. You don't want to cut into this right away. That cheese is all gonna ooze out and you're gonna have a mess everywhere. But let that cool for a few minutes and then we'll cut into it. The time is now. My favorite part of the day is when we get to eat. Make sure you get it off. I don't know if it's gonna slide off. Oh, there we go. Wow. Y'all hear that? It don't get better than that. Okay, we'll cut this in half first. I'm hoping I don't mess this up. I'm nervous. Good Lord. Only get one shot at this. Okay, half that. Half that piece. Oh, You ready to see how we did? I mean, just look at that beauty. God almighty, man, help me because it's about to be so good. Man, I can't tell y'all how excited I am to bite into this. Like, eating healthy all week, this is the only thing I look forward to is Saturday, making a video for y'all and eating some good food. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm ready to eat. Gotta get a dip of some chimichurri. Man, I'm happy. Let's go for it. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Dude, how do you keep doing this every week? Man, how are you not famous? That's my question. But this shit is banging. It's like you take a kid's meal and just elevated it to next. We all have that person in our life that eats like a little kid as a grown adult. And this right here, I kid you not, they would love this. It's like something so simple and elevating it so much. The chimichurri cuts through the richness of those 3 cheeses. The Chipotle-Lime Aioli, absolutely phenomenal. The peppers and onions just brings it up that much more. I'm telling y'all guys, make this for yourself and I promise you'll be feeling the same way. I'm not up here just saying, oh my God, it's so good for clicks and views. Although I'm not even getting that many views. I promise you guys, you make this, you'll see for yourself. Come back next week. You know I got a banger for y'all. I'll see y'all there. Peace. Bro, I'm about to crush this shit. If you stayed this long, make this, make this, make this. I'm not playing. Real life, make this. I'll see y'all.